Louis, the boys have just finished the main session of the week. Sort of, what's the feeling like, and how'd they go?
Yeah, look, they train really well. They train with good speed, and they're really trying to emulate taking out what we took in for the second half on the weekend, and so we can carry that through and start to get into some really good form.
Have you been able to unlock yet why they played so well in the second half compared to the first?
Yeah, look, there were certainly some structural things within our game that we certainly didn't execute well in the first half, and we really focused in on that on our review and also at training today. And training looked a lot better today, and hopefully we can take that through into this week's game against the Gold Coast.
Obviously, there's 2 weeks left in the home and away season. What's the feeling like amongst the group?
Yeah, look, it's exciting. We're really trying to play our best footy again, and we probably haven't been able to do that for a little while. And we thought the second half was a real kick-start to the way we want to play our style of footy, and we just need to make sure we can try and continue that on over the next couple of weeks, continue to train well, improve our game, and hopefully that'll result in a couple of wins.
It was really evident when Hep moved back and Licken went forward. They were 2 sort of major changes in that second half. Do we look to change things again this week, or do we stay that way?
We tried to develop a team all year that's really flexible, both in our key positions but also throughout our midfield and in defence. So we'll continue to throw the team around on game day to find exactly what we need, and that's really where we're at with our side, is to have great flexibility, players be able to play their role no matter where they play on the ground, and find a mix that's going to actually be successful on the day.
And as the midfield coach, the guys sort of seem to get their hands on the ball a bit more in that second half than they have sort of the last 3 or 4 weeks. Is that something for you to build on as a midfield group?
It certainly is. We're obviously contested ball is a big part of the game, and the last few weeks it's been outstanding. So it's giving us a great impetus to actually move the ball forward and try and play the game in our half.
The Gold Coast seem to have sort of dipped in their form. How do they play, and how do we counteract what they do?
Yeah, look, they're still playing okay. They're still playing some pretty solid footy. We just have to really worry about how we go about our game. We know that they're a highly talented team. They've got some really talent through their midfield, so we're going to have to make sure that we prepare really well, try and limit their impact within the game, but also when we get our opportunity to play our style of footy.
Thanks for the update.
Thanks, Shane.